Hey guys, this is my third commentary video, and I will be doing this video on the video Housing Segregation and Redlining in America. Um, this video really speaks in depth on the housing situations that a lot of African Americans have to deal with in our country and how kind of the timeline of it has evolved over the years. So it really talks about the segregation in America. And when they said that once you see it, you really can't unsee it, that was definitely true because as I was watching the video, I really took a lot away from it because I wasn't aware of a lot of that information and the different colors of housing and like the different lines and everything that they really explained and got into and the different factors of what makes something red, what makes something green, yellow, vice versa. It was all very educational and I enjoyed the video a lot. First, I want to get into how it started. So it speaks about the New Deal and Housing Act of 1934, and this lowered the fixed interest rates. So this pretty much allowed low income people to be able to afford homes. And as I was talking about the colors of each of the sections of how they house different groups of people, the green is all of the business people essentially and people who are earning a lot of money. And then the blue areas is kind of white collared, working class. Then yellow is the kind of the declining families kind of going towards the bottom. And the red areas, which it really focuses on, is the detrimental influences part of the map. And this is like low class white people, low class black people, and it's just a lot of people that don't really make a lot of money, and they're all kind of bunched together into these redlined areas, which segregates them from leaving other places. And once they're in these, they're just really kind of run down places and puts them at a huge disadvantage in a lot of ways because it's kind of like a snowball effect. So once you are put into this category, it's going to affect your kids and where they go to school, your health, all the facilities and places around your area. In these areas, the crime really increases and the property value drops a ton because no one wants to live here. And they also set up a thing called covenant, and this forbids people to sell home to black people. And that just also really has to do with the areas and maps of like the redlining. And then, as in the video, as it kind of progressed, it talks about MLK dying and the Fair Housing Act to encourage equal housing no matter what your race or religion is. And in the video, it explains that did not much at all for these people, as it was rarely enforced throughout the next 50 years. And they also explained, which was interesting, that the discrimination in the housing factor is the main reason that black people have a tiny fraction of the wealth, even lower than white people who have lower educations than those black people. They're just simply at a disadvantage and have lower income due to the color of their skin, and it's just a lot harder for the black person to get a mortgage or a home loan. And in the video it really explains how, I mean, everyone should be allowed these equal rights considering we live in the richest country in the world. And due to this, as I kind of explained earlier in my video, the property taxes pay for the public schools. So the better the school is, the more worth there is for the homes. And in these areas, in the red line areas, people just live further away from grocery stores. They're in worse environments. There's fumes. like roaches, rats running around their apartments. It's just not healthy for the kids. It's not safe for anybody. And they are essentially just all categorized into this one area, and it just keeps going and going and repeating itself because nothing's going to change. No one wants to move into these areas. No one's going to buy property in these areas. So it's just kind of a whole big situation that nothing really changed from it because of just how everything repeats itself. Like, it's a one big cycle. The value of the homes are low, so no one is going to buy any of those or live there because the conditions are so terrible. But these people who are living there don't even have the opportunity to get out because of the huge disadvantage that they're put at on a day-to-day basis. So I think this video is super educational, and I really liked learning about this information.